We got some breaking news here. International comedic superstar Kevin Hart's show at Thalia Mara Hall has been canceled for the second time in the last few months, this time due to the auditorium's crumbling conditions. Before we get to the details, real quick, guys, text my name, Clay, all caps, if you're possibly suffering from low testosterone and you would like to get a free testosterone screening today. If you're suffering from fatigue, decreased muscle tone, lack of energy, low libido, brain fog, sleep disturbances, and more, you, my friends, could be suffering from low testosterone like I was. Text my name. Hey, look, real quick, guys, if you're waking up in the mornings, you ain't got the morning wood, you're probably suffering from low testosterone. You just wake up one day and it ain't like it used to be no more. We can fix that. Text my name, Clay, all caps, to 601 327 8550. My folks out there at Men's Health Mississippi and Madison are going to get you hooked up with a free testosterone screening. You'll have a smile on your face like I have a smile on mine, and your wife will have a smile on hers too. Trust me on this. She'll thank you later. Y'all will both be thanking me later. All right, let's get to it. Kevin Hart show canceled at Thalia Mara Hall. I just made a long video, should be posting the same time this does, about why I believe Thalia Mara Hall will never host another event. And I'm not being hyperbolic. I think the venue has hosted its last event ever. All right, let's get into it. From WLBT, Jackson, Mississippi, an internationally known comedian will not be performing this month at Thalia Mara Hall. On Friday, Arden Barnett with Ardenland confirmed Kevin Hart's September 22nd show, Kevin Hart Acting My Age, had been canceled. Quote, unfortunately, due to Thalia Mara Hall undergoing structural issues and not being ready to open, Kevin Hart Acting My Age shows on September 22nd at 6 and 9 p.m. have been canceled, Arden Barnett said in a statement. All refunds will be issued from the point of purchase. Hart is looking forward to returning to Jackson, Mississippi as soon as possible. My guess is maybe they will try to figure out a way to get it into the Coliseum there. It's obviously it costs more money to do it at the Coliseum. They ought to bring it out here to Brandon, to City Hall Live. You know, you can fit about 3,000 people in there. A lot of people out here in Brandon would love to see Kevin Hart that have no interest in going to Jackson to do it. We'll get to that too. Barnett says also two other shows that he had booked will have been canceled and not being rescheduled, at least as of now. That is the rock band, the legendary rock band Kansas, Carry On My Wayward Son, and Dust in the Wind. Anyway, also the Wheel of Fortune show has been canceled as well. Thalia Mara, it's been closed for weeks after mold was found growing in the facility. Guys, here's the deal. I'm going to tell you right now. My prediction is, and I went into a long form version of this in the other video. You can find it on my page here. It's got this right here. It's the title. My prediction is the last show ever has happened at Thalia Mara Hall, at least while the current mayor and his merry band of Free the Land thugs are running the city on into the ground with getting their legalized reparations, or what I refer to as political reparations. Is their turn up. They trying to get paid and they don't give a damn about anybody else. Here's one of the things, and again, I keep saying this. I went into detail in my other video. I encourage you to go check it out. But one of the last things that Jackson had that the suburbs didn't was a facility and the arts to host they had the arts and a facility to host the arts, like Thalia Mara Hall. And by the arts, I mean the symphony, ballet, Broadway, certain type concerts. We haven't had a facility in Rankin or Madison County that can really host those things. Now we can do concerts. We got City Hall Live out here in Brandon, hold 3,000 people. Of course, we have the amphitheater, but higher end, more ritzy glitzy, cultural type events that you would need a traditional theater to do. You know, we don't offer that out here. So for years, Jackson had something that the counties didn't. I posted this on Facebook earlier. I want to read this here for you because it really sums it up better than I can from kind of shooting from the hip here. And I think you guys will agree. It's actually one of the less incendiary things that I've written. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't rude when I said this. And I think it just really sums up exactly how I feel about what happened at Thalia Mara Hall. Let me pull it up on Facebook here. I want you guys to see it. 2 seconds. I know if I sound exhausted and tired, it's because I am. It's 11:30. It's 11:40 on Friday night, and I am war slap out. But I wanted to do this while I was fired up and really, really passionate about it. All right, here we go. Of course, you got to scroll back down to it. I said, I predict that Thalia Mara Hall will never host another live event unless the city of Jackson sells it to a company like Live Nation or another venue management or concert production company. Such a company could properly manage the venue, book the entertainment, and invest into fixing its problems. The current leadership of Jackson is on the verge of losing this is the key thing here, of losing the last major draw for suburbanites to visit the city, the arts, including ballet, Broadway, and symphony performances. For a long time, people have people who moved out of Jackson still return for fine dining, live music, and cultural events. However, the suburbs now offer restaurants and entertainment venues that can, in fact, compete with and in some cases surpass Jackson's finest establishments. This isn't a criticism of Jackson's great restaurants and bars. It's simply a fact that talented individuals have heavily invested into the suburbs over the past decade or so. Hashtag do better Jackson, do better Jackson, do better Jackson. And I use this photo here as the screenshot. It's a sad situation when Jackson started, when the urban flight stuff started in the early to mid 90s, late 90s, all throughout the 90s. People still had to come back to Jackson if they wanted to go to festivals, concerts, fine dining. Man, I mean, so many great restaurants in Jackson. Walker's always comes to mind as a real fine dining type establishment. The Mayflower, it closed, it just reopened. Thank goodness we didn't lose the Mayflower. You got Christelle's over there on Highway 80. So many memories there. You had the Elite. Man, I could go on and on and on thinking about these kind of legendary, long-standing fine dining establishments. You got iconic bars and concert venues and restaurants like Martin's, Howlin' Mal's. Martin's has completely reinvented itself over the years. Then of course some of the other stuff there through Fondren and Bellhaven, and you had Finian's, which just announced it's closed. You've got the old tavern there on George Street. You just had so many things that have come and gone, and some that are holding on by just a lifeline. Just say by a hair. So anyway, I'm a little burned out right now, but I wanted to put this out there. I want to make sure you guys understand that Jackson, what little bit it has left, is struggling. And if these restaurants and bars downtown lose a huge draw, like Thalia Mara Hall, the hotels on there. We never talk about hotels, but think about all the people that come into town and spend the night to go to Ballet Magnificent, or the people who work for these big things, especially when the international ballet competition comes in. All the competitors who stay at the hotels, all that's going to be lost because of this. And they just don't care. Again, go watch that video. We talk about the people that run the Thalia Mara Hall now getting in trouble with the city for reporting the problems. It's a shit show. I hate it for them, but I'm really glad they spoke up. You guys stay blessed. Be sure to check out the radio show every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit share. Share this video with anybody you may know that once made great memories going to events or like to support stuff at Thalia Mara Hall. Let them know what's going on. They may not like me. They may not like my delivery, but I promise you I'm telling the truth because I care. Y'all stay blessed. Peace out.